Okay, welcome to CDF Corporate Disruptor Forum, and today we have Ivan with us. Ivan, good
Hi.
morning to you.
Morning, Sam.
That's a very interesting backdrop, Ivan, you have there. Tell me about it before we go on further.
Okay. Well, this is actually one of the pre-war World War II shop houses in Taiping, Perak, Malaysia, where my hometown is. Taiping is actually a very interesting place. It's actually a town of many firsts for Malaysia and Singapore, actually. So you're a Singaporean, you might know that your Singapore note. The first president of Singapore, which is Yusof Ishak, on the Singapore note. He's actually from Taiping as well. He's from a rival school, from King Albert VII. So in those days, Taiping is a very bustling town for the British, and it's the first British town that is built in the mirror image of the British. So we have a lot of architects there, the architectural building that is of the colonial era. And also, of course, we have many firsts, and one of them is being the airport. We call it Lapangan Terbang Teka. And what was essential of that was Amelia Earhart, during her trip around the world, she was attempting. And between Singapore and Thailand, the trip which is running up, she needed to land somewhere, and she actually landed in Lapangan Terbang Teka at Taiping, the very first airport in the whole of Malaya and Singapore. And that's how we have a history set with her gracing our airfield for a short period of time before she continued the trip. Before she went missing after that. So that's the backdrop of the.
All right, it's certainly a very interesting story, and so appropriate for our special edition events that we're going to talking about this thinking outside the cockpit.
Yes.
And aviators are always innovators.
Oh yes. I think Amelia Earhart is like she's first of all, she's a female aviator for her time. That's really something remarkable in 1930s. And the second thing is I think one of the things she's doing, she's attempting something that's very different. That's why she went missing. Something that's out of the ordinary. She's actually finding an innovation into the flight path that other aviators normally uses, and I think that's where she met into some trouble during a flight. But certainly, I mean, to land in Taiping during those times, during those days where I would assume that it's the first airport. It wouldn't have the best technology of its time, or even those technologies those days would actually require a lot of her expertise and skills and her daringness to come and land in Lapangan Terbang Taiping, the Taiping airport. That's certainly, I think that's where she might be thinking outside her cockpit as well, already during that time.
Yes, and we are all looking forward to the event, Ivan. Okay, where you can tell us more stories, but real story this time about individuals, professionals transiting from their expert knowledge domain in the corporate and moving on to outside the comfort zone to be entrepreneur. Probably when the nudge become a push because of the pandemic. We look forward to that, Ivan. Thank you very much.
Yep. Well, thanks, Sam. And I think there'll be a lot of sharing.
Yep.
Especially, I think, sharing from captains and pilots that have already done it, who have already transitioned. And some of them has even transiting successfully into startups that's being funded.
Right.
Into a community that has a size of at least 20 to 30,000 people. And of course, or even one is actually a very famous social media YouTuber as well. I think there's a lot of sharing. And if they can do it, any other pilots that wants to do it can do it too.
Certainly. All right. 22nd of Jan. Look forward to that.
Right.
See you, Ivan.
See you then, Sam. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.